It's time for Major Indoor Lacrosse League action. Plays of the year. A new feature we'll have for you tonight to show you some of the best plays according to our great production staff from Major Indoor Lacrosse League action. Best shots, best saves. We'll have some monster hits, some great shooting and assists. All the fights that you want to remember. And the great fans of the Mill. Major Indoor Lacrosse League's Mill Laxattack. This week's show is brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. This is the beautiful Marine Midland Arena, the new home of the Buffalo Bandits. They are the defending champions of the North American Cup in Major Indoor Lacrosse League action. And tonight, they take on the 5-2 Philadelphia Wings. The Bandits at 4-3 know it's a tough game. So does Brian Volker of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big game for us. Playing these guys, you always get fired up, and I'm sure they're saying the same thing. So we want to beat these guys.
It's kind of like, dogs, a dog fight, and that's the level of intensity. It's 15 guys on each team that are so fired up and so pumped up that they want to tear out the other guy's throat, and that's the way it goes.
This can make or break the year. If we win this, we're cruising towards first or second. If we lose it, we're struggling to make the playoffs. So.
There is no love lost between these two teams. I mean, I'll be surprised if anybody on their team can say that they care a lot about us because we don't care a lot about them. And we're just ready to, we're going to go out there and look to, tear each other's heads off, probably.
They're playing for first place at the Marine Midland Arena. We'll have it next. You're looking at the Marine Midland Arena, the brand new home of the Buffalo Bandits, a beautiful facility for the defending North American Cup champions in Major Indoor Lacrosse. They're taking on Tony Resch and the Philadelphia Wings, a rematch of last year's championship game. They'll have to do it without some of their normal scoring guys. Sanderson takes a shot early, and take another look at how Elliott makes the save. Sanderson goes behind his back. Elliott sweeps it away. Dramatic style as always. Then, through the first quarter, it's now 1-0 with John McAvoy scoring as we set up this power play opportunity for Philadelphia. Down to Finneran. Looking for shot there off the pipe. Picked up, though, by Marichek. Follow-up. Scott roped, and that is 2-0 in favor of the Wings. Dean Ciccone was in the box for roughing, giving Philadelphia a chance to make it a 2-0 game, and that's where we stand right now. Gary Gate on a fast break, coming from the defensive end. He is off to the races. Looks like it'll be one-on-one for Gary Gate. Oh, at the last minute, checked by Travis Kilgore. What a play by Kilgore. Elvis loves the hustle. Back to the offense for Philadelphia. Marichek again controlling the ball. Look at the great moves. He wraps in close and can't get it past O'Toole, who makes the start for Buffalo. This time again, Marichek out front. Nobody picks him up, and he again finds the corner. Marichek, 2 goals in a row. Pass from Govan. 3-0 Wings. Let's take another look at Marichek. He gets in trouble for the goalie, and then nobody backs up. Finally, somebody slides, and Hughes got Marichek on the sideline.
Leaf, we got Tommy Marichek, who scored 2 of those goals. McAvoy got it going, and then you scored on the power play, and then that last goal. Tell me about him.
We're just got to go in front. We have to move the ball. Period. We have to move the ball against these guys. If we don't move the ball, we're in trouble.
You got those loose balls in front on the rebound, and then you finished against O'Toole, who looks shaky.
Yeah, Govan fed me pretty well from behind, and Tavares went high on me, but you get to this guy early, we should be all over, but it's a long game right now. These guys are good.
3.5 minutes into the game, Philadelphia's up 3-0. A lot of intensity down here, Lee.
And a lot of shooting for Philadelphia. Now Marichek with 2, McAvoy with 1. Here's a power play opportunity for Buffalo, who don't have a lot of the offensive stars of the past. Cordingley's gone. Feldman gone before the season even started, but Cordingley has the injury to keep him out of the lineup. Callan, Rich Kilgore also away from suspensions. They'll keep him out until next game. But in close is Peter Park, number 15. They just acquired Peter Park to fill in for Cordingley, who has the bad injury to keep him out for the season. And he rewards that acquisition with his first goal of this season. Speed Park, last play with Rochester. Huge player, 6'5".
Okay, look. You got to see it coming already. You just got to score and run away and celebrate.
That's the only way they get back in.
They're going to walk in and get something out of it. Okay?
Don't let him back in easily. Let's go. Keep it up. Keep it up. Everyone.
Off the face off.
Everyone. Let's
Every time Darris pushes it.
Well, we're still in the first quarter. You see one of the greatest goalies in the mill in Dallas Elliott. Might want to know the basic styles of goalie play.
Rules and Tools, brought to you by Old Spice.
Tonight on Rules and the Tools of the Mill, I'm going to talk with Quint Kesselring about goaltending now. Quint knows about goaltending styles. He was a 4-time All-American at Johns Hopkins in the field game. You won't mind me mentioning that to him. But Quint, you know there's two basic styles. Talk about it.
Yeah, there's two styles. There's a stay-at-home style, and there's a baiting style. I'm going to show you the baiting style right now. What baiting is a goalie on a clear breakaway will take away a portion of the cage. Leaf's coming down. I'm going to take away the near side of the cage. I'm going to invite Leaf to shoot to the wide side. As he does, at the last second, I'm going to move over and I'm going to take that away. So basically what I'm doing is I'm opening up a section of the cage for him to shoot. He's going to shoot, and then I'm moving to make that save at the last second.
Very effective style, and you might see Dallas Elliott do that very effectively. The other style of pretty much taking away as much shooting angle as you can, the stay-at-home style, that's more of a Sal Lacasio. He fills up the goal pretty well. He'll try to guess whether you're going to come from the high angle, low angle, and just basically take away as much of the goal area as possible. Two basic styles of goaltending that you'll see in major indoor lacrosse.
Well, we're back to the action at the Marine Midland Arena. That is the Jumbotron behind the fans. Remember, their main Jumbotron fell down before the building opened. It's going to be back soon. And O'Toole hopes to be back. His game has been a little bit rocky. He was the MVP of the championship game last year. Not consistent yet. It's a 3-1 game as we pick up action again in the first quarter. Pushing it inside. They have not really connected on those inside feeds that Buffalo is really so dangerous and so noted for. Here is Maricek again coming down. Maricek gets a hat trick. 4-1 Wings.
D-line.
Resch asks for his defense line. And here comes Maricek. 3 goals already. A 4-1 game in favor of Philadelphia. And Maricek is on fire. Causing a lot of concern, Maricek, gets the defense of Les Bartley and the Buffalo Bandits. One of the problems for Buffalo, the reworked offense, and take a look at Dallas Elliott. He makes all the great saves. There's one. There's another one all the way across the pipe. This time, he fills it up big. He is so tough. Watch this last save. Dallas Elliott on Luke. And he is the difference in the game. Quint Kesselring, it's tough to beat a great goalie.
Leafs have got 3:52 to go in the first quarter. The difference has been Dallas Elliott. 8 saves. He's only let up 1 goal. He has been outstanding. Can he keep it up? We'll see.
Well, most teams will tell you he does keep it up. He is the best in the major indoor lacrosse league. Buffalo's struggling on defense. They're now on a power play. 4-1. Philly leads at this point. Dowling, he's got rope. 4-2. Now they're back to within 2. Teddy Dowling with a great power play goal. That really makes an impact for the Buffalo Bandits. Elliott gets scorched in the power play, and Bartley really trying to get his team behind that kind of offensive play. Wait a minute. O'Toole called for a delay of game. He's out. He's in the penalty box for 2 minutes. That means Ross Cowie comes in ice cold. No warm-up for Cowie, and he will be facing a power play for Philly. Intense pressure as O'Toole watches. And Ciccone also in the box. Here comes a power play shot. Deflected off Hasten. Near side, that time Gate comes in. Oh, look at that. Hit from behind. Tommy Fair with a cheap shot. Gary Gate looking the other way, and Tommy Fair totally beat. Watch Fair on the top side. Here comes Gary Gate. Fair misses with a little weak shot there. And now, after Gary Gate scores the power play goal, Fair, cheap shot to the back. 2 minutes for him. And Bartley is losing control.
What happened, Steve?
Just Tommy Fair being I can't say that word on TV, cheap.
What, he hacked you?
It wasn't even anywhere near the ball. He's just a cheap.
Talk to me about the intensity level out there right now.
It's just like I said before the game, it's a dogfight.
Well, that's the way to end the first quarter. 5-2. Philadelphia leads. A lot of time left in this one.
Watch Laxattack! Go Bandits!
Hey, you know what really ticks me off? I'm a lacrosse player in the Major Indoor Lacrosse League, the Buffalo Bandits. And there's a show on ESPN2 called Laxattack every Saturday morning at 9:30. They do all the highlights of the games of the week. They never, ever show me. There's always interviews, but no. This Lee Velsmo, the host, he always just walks right past me and he goes to John Tavares. It's John Tavares this, John Tavares that. Well, hey, man, I've scored 16 goals this year. I deserve an interview. I've been working out. I have big pipes now. I mean, I don't know what else I have to do. This guy is like he doesn't even know I exist. I was an all-pro 2 years ago, but still I was an all-pro. Last year I may have had a better season, and this year, you know, I'm coming along. Started off slow, but I'm out of the blocks now, and I'm going. I think I deserve some respect. Hey, buddy, you listen to me?
You talk to me?
All right, Teddy Dowling, we respect you, and you can watch Laxattack, Teddy Dowling, and everybody in the mill every Saturday at 9:30 Eastern Time. West Coast viewers get another shot Sunday, March 30th at 10:30 p.m. Pacific. We're looking at the championship banner. The defending champs, Buffalo Bandits, they've won 3 of the last 5. They've only been in the league 5 years, and they have really created a standard for offense. Also, they lead the league in penalties, and that can tend to hurt this team. We pick up the action, 5-2. The Wings are ahead. Second quarter, power play situation for Philadelphia. O'Toole in the goal. Gary Gay coming out, Finneran on the near side. And you look at Marechek lose control up top. Look at the two-man defense. Finneran picks it up. Loose ball. They've got numbers, and they've got another goal. Once it was unsettled, it was basically a 4-on-2. Gary Gay nails it, 6-2 Wings. Tavares. Haven't heard from him yet offensively. And O'Toole now coming out of the game. Being replaced by Cowie. That's been one of the problems for Les Bartlett. He can't get consistent goalie play, and Quinn's on the bench with Pat O'Toole.
Our D's playing pretty good. They kept the shots so far. They just kind of burnt me. I can't really say too much. Ross has got to go in there and play his game. Stops a long shot, which I didn't do. He should do fine in there.
Yeah, they seemed before the game, they mentioned that they were going to try to work the outside a little more. Any screens or just tough shots?
I don't know. It just seemed that they were getting in that nice shooting range, and they were just beating me. I guess I was hesitating a bit, and they were just burying the ball by me. So, to get the team back on track, Les had to pull me and put Ross in.
Buffalo back on the attack, 6-2 as we pick up action. This is Sanderson looking for the Buffalo Bandits. Up top, takes a shot, a nice screen down low. Sanderson gets a goal. First goal of the mill. 6-3 the score. And now back to within 3. The Wings lead. That's Peter Park coming in, number 15. So hard to handle, he's huge. Gabby Rowe's got him wrapped up. Gabby Rowe going for a takedown. 3 points on the pin.
He's holding our guy. Oh, he's all around him.
So it looks like holding on Gabby Rowe does a takedown. Gets 2 minutes in the penalty box and the 3 points for the pin. Bandits power play. They need one badly. They are down by 3. 6-3 is the score. There's Peter Park. Again, what a target he is as Kilgore loads the offense up top. Kilgore plays the right-handed shooter. Tavares, number 11, to the right, triggers the power play. Travis Kilgore comes up with the left-handed shoot. This is Darris. He finds the corner. Great job for Darris Kilgore. 6-4 now. The Wings lead. Back to within 2. Sellout crowd here. Just about 400 tickets short. Tony Resch asking for an explanation. Penalties continue to plague both teams. Look at this. A trio of Philadelphia Wings, and now you've got a 5-on-3 for Buffalo. Backdoor it. Easy score. Good job there by Neil Doddridge. 6-5, down and back to within 1. That much time left in period number 2 of the game. Only a 1-goal separation. 6-5 the score. You know, the Buffalo fans here love their championship Bandits, and they are led by one of the best players in the league, John Tavares.
I'm not the type of player who can go out there and go around 2 guys, or usually I'm not really a one-on-one type of player. I need players around me to do well, and that's a tribute to my teammates.
We're with Troy Cordingley of Buffalo. 13 goals, 20 assists so far this season. Unfortunately, he's out for the rest of the year with a tendon injury in his foot. Troy, what happened?
It happened earlier on in the year in Boston. I went over on it, and one of the players tackled me, and it snapped. I felt something pop, but I thought it was just a muscle tear, and I played 5 games on it and just get worse, no support, and you know, I just wasn't. My game is constant moving, cuts, picks, everything like that, and I couldn't do it, and so we did an MRI, and I ruptured my posterior tibialis.
Troy, get well soon. Look forward to seeing you next year. One of the big playmakers for Buffalo now out of the lineup, Troy Cordingley. Let's see if the Bandits can find a replacement for Troy Cordingley.
Cordingley, one of those setup guys for the great John Tavares. They replace him with a finisher, Peter Park, number 15. You've seen him score already, and that replacement will be a big factor in how they'll do the rest of the year. The referees and the penalties, you can see, are now taking a toll on Buffalo. Fennell and Hall in the box for the Bandits. Score 6-5 at this point in the second quarter. This is tough. The Bandits playing shorthanded. In close, it's Bates. 4th goal of the year. Now it's 7-5. Wings, 4th power play goal out of the 7 goals they've scored. Not much time in the half. There's Kilgore getting a little bit of a shoving match. Oh, Kilgore punches Chris Flynn. Buffalo cannot afford to keep guys in the box, and that's what happens here. 7-5 the score. Again, the Wings on the power play. They've got rope right here. 8-5, and Les Bartley cannot stand the fact that his team is hurting themselves by going to the box. He's warned them time and time again. 5th power play goal out of 8 scored.
That's the only way to answer right there, right? It's to score goals. Okay, we got rattled a little bit. We took a hold down there. Finn chirps a little bit. Okay, that hurts it. We got to maintain composure. We got our feet back on the ground now, okay? Learn a lesson. You don't need to bitch and complain. All we need to do is press on and not make the same mistakes again.
So now we've got still an 8-5 game and another power play for Philadelphia. Finneran, great lefty from Ohio Wesleyan. Maricek works that triangle up front. Finneran down low to the great Gary Gate, who finishes. You give him a little bit of time and a little bit of room, as Q would say, time and room with Gary Gate. That is a goal. 9-5. Philadelphia leading. Ross Cowie stunned, and the pressure continues to mount. Here comes Philadelphia. A lot of pressure as Sanderson plays defense on McAvoy. McAvoy, big juke move in close, the right-handed finishing shot. The slide defensively too late. McAvoy scores. That's his 2nd goal of the game. 10-5 now. Philadelphia leading. Watch the move he puts on Sanderson. Goes to the right, sets Sanderson, and then comes inside. Slide too late for Park. That one makes it a 5-goal game. Refs have been critical today. They've had their work cut out for them. Let's watch the refs go through some of the work they've had to endure in the first half.
Right there in the splash. Same thing. Yeah, you got him first, you got him second. They got them both. You want to go in the box? You be quiet right now. I'll push in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit up.
Why is that not 5 minutes? He rams him.
Go sit in the box. Let's go. Come on. Go sit in the box right now. Yeah, don't go in now. I'll give you 10. I'll put you in a lot longer. Go sit. Let's go.
Hey, we got a guy sitting out because it's first time to play. A suspension. And you're not even going to... He's so dumb. I don't care if he's the captain. He's the guy off the bench.
Now. Go to your benches or put your asses up. Go to your bench. Go to your benches now or put yours out. Go to your bench until he's up and ready.
Ridiculous.
Go to your bench.
I feel for the referees. They're the best in the business. They have a tough day at work at the office here. 10-5, the halftime score. The Wings lead. How about meeting the great John Tavares?
We're with John Tavares of the Buffalo Bandits. Right now, he's the leading scorer in the mill for this season. John, you've been in the league 6 years. You've won a couple titles. You've been the MVP. Talk to me about your success and why you're so successful.
Well, that's a simple answer. I play around great ball players, and I play with some good teams, and that's part of the reason. I mean, I'm not the type of player who can go out there and go around 2 guys, or usually I'm not really a one-on-one type of player. I need players around me to do well, and that's a tribute to my teammates.
Your ability to get open off the ball, to use picks and screens, to put yourself in a position to score is unequaled in this league. What's the secret behind that?
Well, I find when I do well offensively is when I'm moving my feet. When I stop moving my feet, I let guys stand right in front of me and check me and overpower me. That's when, that's when teams shut me down. And hopefully, I try to move as much as possible. I try to create things, look for any opportunity, and try to capitalize when I have one.
Yeah, when it comes down to finishing, you're unequaled. You're never really fancy. It always seems to be on the cage to the correct area. You looking at the goalie, you looking at the net. What's your strategy generally from let's say a 5-yard shot?
Well, I won't tell you too much about that, but in case any goalies are watching. But generally, I don't know what I'm going to do. It all depends on where the goalie's standing, and I have a variety of different shots to take depending on where the goalie is standing and where I'm positioned. And that's what it comes down to. I find when I do think about where I'm going to shoot, I usually miss or I lob the ball. And I don't think about it and just go with what I do in practice. Usually, I've been successful doing that.
What keeps you coming back to lacrosse? I mean, you've played for a number of years now. What keeps you hungry? What keeps you enthused about playing?
Well, it seems every time you win, every championship is sweeter than the last one. And just the love of the game. I just love picking up a stick. If the ball's rolling, I got to pick it up and throw it against the goal or throw it against the boards. I just love playing. I love playing team. And just the camaraderie of being around my teammates.
You've seemed like you've answered most of the challenges put your way. Tonight, the challenges are raised to a new level. Now, without Cordingley in the lineup, without Rich Kilgore, Veltman's gone from last year. A lot of pressure, a lot of offensive weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, we're also missing Bill Cowan as well. And I mean, I don't look at it that way. I don't ever try to put anything on my shoulders because I'm not that type of player. I can't go out there and I can't do anything by myself. I mean, if the guys aren't out there, they can't do the job, then they're not going to be on the team. So I have to have faith in all my teammates.
John Tavares in his 6th season with Buffalo. He's a 5-time All-Pro selection and one of the greats this league has ever seen.
Halftime here at the Marine Midland Auditorium. The crowd a little bit dissatisfied with the first half, and I'm in the penalty box along with Q. And Q, this is really the story of the game right here.
That's right. Philadelphia got off to a great start, and then Buffalo got back into the game. They made it 6-5 because of a lot of Philadelphia penalties. Then Buffalo ended up in the box where we are right here, and Philadelphia went on a 4-goal run. So, I mean, I think the key to the game for both teams is going to be staying out of the box. Both power plays are so good, you cannot afford to foul.
And even with all the people that aren't on the Buffalo roster, they've got people that can hurt you. And at that 6-5 point, they had to be feeling great. Tavares had not scored. The goalies had not been playing well, yet they were within 1 goal. Then they start putting the minutes on. And when you look at the numbers before this game, they are about 2-1 in minutes in the penalty box. And that's going to hurt them not only this game, but all the way through their stretch run to defend the cup.
Yeah, that's right. Buffalo has over 260 penalty minutes coming into this game. That's first in the league. Philadelphia with only 130. And again, for Philadelphia, it's a very simple formula. Gary Gait, Tom Maricek, Dallas Elliott, and that's what we've seen.
Well, for Buffalo in the second half, if they can uncork the genie that is John Tavares, he hasn't scored yet, they could be back in this game. Stay tuned for that. Well, now we'll take a look at the Wings locker room because a 5-goal lead may not be enough for them.
We need to keep doing exactly what we're doing composure-wise. I mean, these guys they get under your skin. Okay, I'm out there in the freaking hall. I'm 34 years old, and I'm chirping back and forth with Tom Fair. I'm embarrassed to even admit it. Okay, but that's exactly the way they want to get along. Okay, so you need to maintain your composure just like we've done all along. Walk away from it, go to the bench, wish the man up good luck as they go on, and then we just keep pounding goals, pounding goals, pounding goals.
And we pick up the action in the third quarter. 10-5, the Wings lead. Buffalo with the ball. They'd like to get a good start, obviously, in the second half. Haven't heard from Tavares yet. He's a great player, but needs some help around him. Here's a fast break. Gary Gait, he's got room. That's 11-5. They have ripped off 5 straight goals. That's 1:19 into the third quarter for this goal by Gary Gait. He is on a fast break as Tavares trails. Not much can stop that ball from hitting the net. Cowie starting the second half. 6-goal lead for Philadelphia. Wings ball, even strength now, one of the few times in the last 10 minutes. And an easy shot for Gary Gait, again following up his fast break. That makes it 12-5. Gates' 5th goal of the game. 6 straight for Philly. They are doing well, and Bartley knows his team is in for a big challenge. They're undermanned. A lot of guys hurt. Tough to score when you're having to face Dallas Elliott. Take a look at some of the saves of the great first-team All-Pro. Can't get past him there. Tavares wheels around. Another save. Dallas Elliott. This time, Ciccone tries to beat him. Can't do it. Jason Luke, tremendous moves. Can't beat him. And that makes it tough on your shooters mentally.
Get that out of my
Back to action. Watch Dallas Elliott. Dowling coming in, trying to finish it. Dallas Elliott again. A Dowling breakaway. See the timing. Stuff in the third period. 12-5 the score. Dallas Elliott has been the story. Quint's got him right now.
Dallas, it looks like Buffalo's really trying to get you guys off your game.
Well, they're trying to drive us into the penalty box, and so far we've been able to capitalize on their stupidity out there. So if we can stay out of the box and keep the game clean, as long as our power player is going to capitalize, you know, we're going to win this game.
They made it 6-5. They haven't scored since. Your defense has been outstanding.
Yeah, we're playing good team defense today. We're not giving up the one-on-ones like we normally do. So, I mean, if that's an indication of the way we're going to play these next two games, you know, if we can put two games together, a good solid defense, that's a great situation to be in heading into the playoffs.
And how about a great situation to be in? This fan picked for the $10,000 Bud Light Shootout. If he can hit the mark, can't do it. We'll have a couple more chances in the games left. Right now, though, at the Marine Midland, it's 12-5, the Wings in front, middle of the third quarter. Hey, we've got a lot of great things in front of you in this show of Laxattack. Plays of the year. Those are coming up.
We're with Henrik Berg, the web designer for millhome.com. When people surf the net and they come on the Mill site, what are they going to find?
They're going to find the latest scores and updates and stats. And the latest feature is a kind of a bulletin board where you can post messages and talk to Mill fans from around the world.
How often do you guys update the site?
I update the site a couple of times a week, depending on the information I get from the league, probably 3 to 4 times a week.
Now we're back to the Marine Midland Arena. The score 12-5, 6 straight goals for Philadelphia. It was 6-5 at one point, and penalties have absolutely killed Buffalo. Guess what? We're starting the action again. You guessed it. Power play, Philadelphia. Putting pressure on Cali and the defense. They can't clear it out. Maricek. What a day he's having. He rockets that baby home. Rope for Maricek. 13-5. Now it's 7 unanswered goals. Quint's got the great Maricek on the bench.
Leaf, I got Tommy Maricek who scored that last goal. Take us through the replay there.
Well, it was actually, I went in there before and I got clipped with 2 guys on. I went right through the middle. Power play, and we just got a loose ball. Nobody picked me up, and anytime that happens, I love it. I just had a shot, and I took my time and picked a corner.
It's been all Tommy Maricek, Gary Gate, and Elliott tonight, the formula.
And hopefully it'll continue.
Tommy Maricek's had a big night for Philadelphia. They have scored 7 straight goals. They're up 6-5. Now they're up 13-5.
A lot of it's been that ball handling, Quint. They've gotten that second shot, third shot sometimes on the goalie Cowie. Look at the hits laid onto Jacobs. Ryan Hall coming in there, applying that hit. This is one tough team. Jacobs just takes it, absorbs it, and comes off. That's what Tony Resch wants. This is Darius Kilgore cross-checking Gabrielson. And here comes the fight again. Govett right in the middle of it. Bear Henry. I tell you, these referees have one of the impossible jobs. These are the best referees you can ever find, and they have a tough job. They're trying to sort this one out. A lot of players out there. Third man in is supposed to get ejected for the following game. Tough to call that right here. Crowd really is aware of as tough as their team is. Like they say, you're going to the box, but who's going to the box? Let the referees tell us.
Ryan, okay. A lot of stuff going on real fast. We'll go your side first, okay? Scotty and Govett, 5 minutes apiece for roughing. On your side, Henry, 5. Kilgore, 5, and a 10-minute misconduct. Okay, he's out of this game. Okay, 5 is everything wipes out, and he's got the extra 10. Okay, he's got the extra 10-minute misconduct. You understand? Okay, thank you. Playing 5 on 5. Extra 10 for going after the man. If I'm going after the man, wouldn't break it up. I'm sorry, no. We're playing straight up, 5 on 5.
All right, folks, Elvis is in the house. Kilgore, 15 minutes after that little scrum of his, 17 total for the game. He may miss the next game. Hey, coming up, as we end the third quarter with a 13-6 Philly lead, are the plays of the year. We're back at the Marine Midland Arena. Tough night for Buffalo. They are down 13-6 to the Philadelphia Wings. Buffalo beat Philadelphia in last year's championship game in Buffalo. This is a new building. and a team from Buffalo that's a little bit decimated with injuries and suspensions. Right now, Gary Gate puts one on Cowie, can't beat him. Follow-up by Marechek, finds the mark. Marechek's 5th goal, that's right, 5th goal for Marechek. Resch really liking what he sees on his team offense. Jacobs goes for the loose ball. Whoa, he's racked. Payson and Saccone racked Jacobs. Watch it again, over the boards. Hey, Quint, that was really a big hit.
Jakes, that was a serious effort. You got leveled. You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Just a little knock.
These guys are rough.
Yeah, they're cheap.
You made the play.
Thanks. As long as we win the game, it's all that matters. As long as we win, we'll be all right.
Peter Jacobs selling out on that last face-off. Woo-hoo. I tell you, that was pretty unbelievable.
Peter Jacobs and Quinn Kessick, both from Johns Hopkins, the storied history they have for lacrosse. 14-6, you see the score. Tavares, really not a factor right now. A lot of his supporting cast, he talked about what kind of player he is, gone from this roster. Callan not here, Rich Kilgore not here, Quarterly out with the injury. So it's been tough for Tavares to get comfortable with the new cast. You see there a nice save defensively as Philadelphia reloads. They retool and they've got rope. Gary Gate gets his 6th of the game. Watch it again, the great Gary Gate. 6 goals, and Quint, he's on fire.
Gary, this game was 6-5, real close. And then what happened? I mean, you guys have just exploded from there.
Well, they tried to intimidate it. They came out trying to bully us and stuff, and we played smart. We got our man-up goals, and that's what made the difference, I think, tonight.
Been all Marechek and Gate, plus Dallas Elliott in the cage.
15-8, the Wings lead in the 4th. Tavares and Luke scored for the Bandits to make it that 15-8 score. That's how much time is left in the game, 6:42 at this point. Ball loose, still time left for a big comeback as Rogers brings it up. Rogers from Villanova. Looking to Marechek. Marechek has 5 goals so far. He gets number 6. Matches Gary Gate. 16-8. Philadelphia now with an 8-goal lead. Take another look at the great stick work of Tommy Marechek. A tremendous behind-the-back shooter. And that's what makes him so tough to cover. Well, the fans think the 8-goal lead is too much to overcome. They'll be back because these are the defending champion Buffalo Bandits, but that's how the game would end. 16-8 will be the final score. It was 6-5 at one point, but then Philadelphia outscores Buffalo 10-3 the rest of the way, and Gate Marechek did most of the damage. Marechek is the Bud Light MVP with Quint.
Leaf on the floor with the Bud Light MVP, Tom Marechek, as Philadelphia beats Buffalo 16-8. 6 goals, 6 assists. You got to be kidding me. I mean, you're just on fire tonight. I've never seen anything like it.
I actually had a feeling, Quinn. I knew it was a long time before I scored. I haven't scored 6 goals in probably 2-3 years, 3 years anyways. And I just needed that boost for myself. And I know if I come on strong, I played better. I had to get those couple goals in the first period to get my team pumped up, and it seemed to work.
Well, it worked great for him. 6 goals, 6 assists, as we mentioned. That gives him 25 goals on the year. Good for 4th in the Major Indoor Lacrosse League.
John, you guys didn't get off to the greatest start, but then you pulled things together. It looked like you guys were had a lot of momentum there in the second quarter.
Yeah, we did. We brought the game back to 6-5, and we just took bonehead penalties towards the end of the half, and right from there they just buried all their chances. And their power play played really well today. Dallas Elliott played well, and I mean we just, I don't know. I thought we hustled a lot on the offensive end, and we seemed to get frustrated. We started making lazy plays defensively, and playing catch-up lacrosse is a tough thing to do, and that's what we did, and they buried it whenever they had the chance, and they played really well.
That was a great effort all around. Hey, fellas, that's playoff lacrosse right there. Great goaltending, good shooting, right? Make teams pay for penalties, okay? We score a man up, we do good things, okay? It opens everything for us. All right, great effort all around. Anything from you guys, George, Emily?
Way to work.
Beautiful, fellas.
All right, here are the numbers. This was a game of penalties. 20 penalties for the Bandits for 53 minutes. Good for 8 power play goals for the Wings. They were on a 7-0 run, and then 10 of the last 13 for Philadelphia. No Buffalo scorer had more than 1 goal, not even John Tavares. And the Bandits' losing margin was the largest in franchise history. Let's now go to the sounds of the game.
The penalty clock is sorted out. I'm going to go with their game clock. The guy's going to keep on the bench. Watch what time the foul occurs. It's 8:09. Your penalty's released at this point. We'll try to finish it in the
Chico, get him to wake up on defense. Can't leave Troy and JT wide open.
That's a horrible call.
I mean, we got to get nuts out there and help out the fans. I got to hear you, man. What time is it? I said, what time is it?
10-second violation. It's red ball.
There's 8 reds on the field. 8 reds on the field. You
Hey,
fight,
wait
That's
to find
the
out.
rules.
Relax.
That's
It's
the
rules. Catch your breath. We're going to get through this.
Way to go, Hawks. Whoa!
Hang on, let me just make sure. You got 5 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, coming together. Set. No, you got the sum. You got to serve the full 2 minutes.
How much time's left?
What time does it go?
You got about 6 seconds into the second
Yeah,
half.
we take the simultaneous off when we put another one in.
What is that all about?
They
Run from behind.
14 Baltimore just told me that I missed the call on you guys, and then you're telling me I missed it on them. I thought I missed it all together, but I watched it all. Play on. Over there, play on. Player was in the crease. We stopped the play, but we had a 2-minute penalty. That's right, exactly. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Laxattack.
As we fade to black. We got a post-game party going on. We're in Buffalo, but these are Philly fans. Tina, Debbie, Gail, Kyle, and Cheryl. They've made the trip all the way from Philadelphia, and you guys go home happy tonight.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We won. We're going to take the cup.
You guys got all over Buffalo tonight. Really took their crowd out of the game, and then you score 6-5, and you guys exploded. I mean, how did you guys feel about the way the team played? A lot better, I thought.
Well,
than
they
a couple
played
weeks
better
ago.
than they did in Baltimore, definitely.
You guys make a lot of road trips?
All of them.
All of them. I went to
every game.
So you go down to New York, you go to Rochester, you go to Boston?
Buffalo,
I went to
Boston, everything.
What, do you guys drive today?
Today they did, yeah. Sometimes we take the bus. We have a bus trip that comes up.
How many hours did you spend in the car today?
Long time. 2 minutes.
7.
8, yeah.
And tonight you'll go out and hang out with the guys on the team, huh?
Sure.
That's
Yeah,
half
they're
the fun.
great guys.
I mean, that's great. What other sport can you do that?
None.
Exactly.
No, the Wings especially are great guys. They are. They're all gentlemen, and they love their fans, and the fans love them. Even if they lose, we love them.
You guys are loyal fans, and I'm sure tonight you can go celebrate with the team, and next week you got to play Buffalo again.
Yeah. Well, then we'll be on home court. We'll really rip them.
These are some loyal fans right here coming back to Laxattack.
Now they'll get a chance to watch all these great highlights of major indoor lacrosse league action on ESPN2, 9:30 Eastern Time every Saturday morning. Plus, you West Coast viewers get a second shot on Sunday, March 30th, 10:30 Pacific. Now it's time for our Brine Mill Leaders, brought to you by Brine, the official equipment supplier of major indoor lacrosse. In points, Gary Gate leads everybody, then followed by John Tavares, Paul Gate, Tom Ericek, and Mark Millen of the Saints. In goals, same 5 guys, a little bit different order. You'll have John Tavares up front with 34, rather. Then you've got Gary Gate and Paul Gate, identical twins at 31. Tom Ericek has 25. Mark Millen, 22. Then when you get to the saves, Dallas Elliott, first team All-Pro, 78+ in save percentage. Collins has made Baltimore better. Dietrich next, Lacasio, and you see Buffalo's problem. Cowie at 5 and O'Toole below O'Neill. Now you'll take a look at the standings. You see Philadelphia up front 6-2. New York 5-3, but 2 big games coming up for them. Rochester 4-4, Buffalo 4-4. But the big games will be New York against Boston. If Boston can win 2, they could be in the playoffs. So a lot more coming up in the league, 2 more weeks. Plus, a lot more coming up tonight on Laxattack. We've promised you, and it's coming up next, Plays of the Year. Now it's time for our Plays of the Year. These are the best players in the world. Let's go to the videotape. We'll start off with goals. This is Kip Fulks launching himself in. What a goal for Kip Fulks of Baltimore. How about Jason Luke? Splits 2, splits 3 around the back against Sal Lacasio. Then Paul Gate, Another nice goal, powers in from the right side, and he gets a left-hand goal. Hey, those are all nice. Well, let's watch Gary Gait. Goes through 3 players and finally finishes off against Collins. Gary Gait, our best goal in our plays of the year. Here is a save. Dallas Elliott stands alone in the save category. Then hits. Evans gets stood up by Pat McCabe. Another hit here. Dallas Elliott goes back and gets welcomed by the Boston crew. Then, the best assist of the year, Gary Gait, a no-looker to Denikin. Fights. We've had a few this year. Tough to pick the best. But look at that. Vinny Sombrado, normally very calm. His whole team got into it. McCabe, Cowie. But the fight of the year has to be Cordingley and Kip Fulks. Fulks makes 2 of our plays of the year highlights. Cordingley and Kip Fulks went at it in Baltimore, and the fans can't be ignored. These are the fans in Baltimore. These are the fans in Boston. Who can forget Chopper and Big Gabe on the other side? And then how about New York? Yeah, let's give it to the New York guy. He started with the Macarena. He went through all the cheerleader routines. He gets our fan of the year for Laxattack. Don't forget, when we come back, we will preview next week's action on Laxattack.
Stay tuned for more Laxattack.
You guys want to say it with him? Ready?
Say Laxattack.
Laxattack.
Major Indoor Lacrosse League, the Mill Laxattack Show, has been brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. A lot of great games this week, starting with Buffalo. Return matchup against Philadelphia, this time at Philadelphia. Then New York playing at Boston, and Baltimore plays at Rochester. All huge games with playoff implications. We start with Buffalo at Philadelphia. Buffalo needs to win one more game to feel comfortable about a playoff spot. Les Bartley knows that the attack, the offense, including Marichek and Gait of Philadelphia, will be very difficult to stop, and his goalie situation is a little bit uncertain. Cowie, will he start? Will he be the one trying to stop Marichek and company? Or will it be O'Toole? The matchup next would be New York against Boston, and this is a very tough one because Vinny Pfeiffer needs to win these last 2. Yes, he's 5-3, but he has to beat Boston. As good as New York has been, if Boston wins 2, they're tied 5-5. Boston wins the tiebreaker.
Destiny's in front of us. This is win 1. This is history now. And the next game we have to win. If we lose the next game, then we're probably out of the playoffs. So we have to attack each one like it's the last game, because quite frankly it is.
Our final game will have Baltimore at the Rochester Nighthawks War Memorial. It's an 8 o'clock start. Baltimore playing much better, and Rochester will have to light it up like they did here against Philadelphia to beat the tough Baltimore Thunder. And hey, if you're in the Rochester area, stay with the Stars of the Mill Stay at the Radisson Hotel at Rochester Plaza. So the 3 games stack up like this. Buffalo Bandits at Philadelphia Wings. Then the New York Saints at the Boston Blazers, Fleet Center. Then the Baltimore Thunder take on the Rochester Nighthawks.
Lee Felsmo and Quinn Kesnick here in the Marine Midland Arena. They are closing down the building, getting the carpet up. It was a tough game here. Buffalo came in, losing some players from the normal roster, really up against the wall. Goalie's not playing that well. Philadelphia came in after a loss against Baltimore, just fired up, trying to get it back on track. And really, after a close first quarter, it was all Philly.
Yeah, it was all Philly. They came out, scored the 2 first goals, got up on Buffalo, and then Buffalo came back, made it 6-5, and from there, the Buffalo penalties really led to Philadelphia's domination. Late stages, second quarter, and really throughout the whole third quarter. It went from 6-5 to 13-5, and really that was the game right there.
They'll have a lot of their good guys back, their full roster back, and now I've got Pete Park now filling in for Cordingley, who's out for the season. Cordingley hurt the tendon in his ankle. He's gone. Now here's Pete Park, a veteran of major indoor lacrosse. He can help this team.
Yeah, he can offensively. I still think the key for Buffalo is going to be getting their goals against down. They're giving up about 15 or 16 goals per game. You don't win many games when you're giving up 15 or 16 goals. They've got to get better goaltending, and they've got to stay out of the box. There's no way you can come from behind and you can keep your goals against down when you're in the penalty box. And if they can right those two faults that they're playing week to week now, I think they got a good shot.
These same two teams go at it again in Philadelphia as we get ready to wind up the season. Only a couple weeks left before we start our playoffs. 4 of the teams in the league will make the playoffs, but right now we're looking at these final 2 weeks to decide how they'll end up and who makes the Final Four. For Quint Kesnick, I'm Lee Felsma. We'll see you next week on Laxattack.
Oh, you gotta get a name for that. What's your name for that? The pelvic thrust? Ah, nice. Well, you got a big second half ahead of you. You got the energy? You got the legs tonight? Sabretooth, he's ready to rock and roll. Look at him. He's got energy. Woohoo!